Well, let's see what Theresa May has to say with this surprise announcement.
I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June. I want to explain the reasons for that decision, what will happen next, and the choice facing the British people when you come to vote in this election.
On behalf of everybody who does vaguely news-related content on the internet, please, politics, stop. We can't handle it anymore. There's too much stuff happening. There's too much stuff. So Theresa May has called a general election for in 6 weeks' time. We saw this coming. Everybody saw this coming. She has a majority of only 16 in the House of Commons. It's going to be very difficult for her to actually have a mandate to be able to push through all of the policies besides Brexit that she wants to push through. She has a really weak opposition in Jeremy Corbyn's Labour. It all makes sense. She's going to win more seats, increase her majority, and be able to govern. The fact is, at the last election, David Cameron won the election. His policies and his cabinet won the election. And Theresa May tried to push something through to do with the amount of tax that self-employed people have to pay, and she got a lot of stick for it because she didn't have a mandate. And this, her calling a general election in 6 weeks' time, means that she's going to be able to get a mandate and be able to govern properly. It all makes sense. It all makes sense, and it means that she can do the Brexit that she wants. It makes sense. So in 6 weeks, we'll have a new government, and that government is most probably, according to polling, going to see a much increased number of Conservative MPs. It's going to see a huge decline in the number of Labour MPs, not least because of Jeremy Corbyn's politics and Jeremy Corbyn as a person and him not really looking like a potential Prime Minister. UKIP now have no MP since Douglas Carswell decided to become an independent, so it will be interesting to see how they deal with a general election where, well, the Conservatives are the party of Brexit now, and we're all Brexiters now. But we can't ignore that this is the 4th year in a row that we have had a consequential referendum or election for us to deal with as a nation. We had the Scottish Indie referendum in 2014, the general election in 2015, we had the Brexit referendum last year, and now we're going to have another general election. One of the big scary things that makes me concerned is voter fatigue. I'm worried that a lower number of people are going to turn out to vote. We're exhausted as a nation. I am exhausted talking about this, but I know that it's kind of my job to, inform, help, make sure that you guys go to the polls. What's important for you right now is to find out where you're going to be on the 8th of June, which is the proposed date for the general election of 2017. And figure out how you need to register to vote, whether you need to register to vote again. I've personally just found out I'm not going to be in the country on the 8th of June, so I have to register for a postal vote. Google register to vote. Go and register, even if you think that you're already registered. Why not register again, just to be safe, just to make sure? Please, for the love of God, just because you're as exhausted as I am, does not mean that you shouldn't have your voice heard this time around. And even if it looks like it's really obvious that the Conservatives are going to win a huge majority and Labour are going to be absolutely decimated, you have the right to be heard. Make sure that you take that right. I, of course, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing my best to make this as vaguely interpretable and digestible for you guys so that you can make informed decisions. I will be breaking down all of the major party manifestos in the next few weeks. I want you guys to be as informed as bloody possible. Don't let them take your vote for granted. You've got a duty as a citizen, for goodness sake. This still has to go through Parliament and be approved by a 2/3 majority because of something called the Fixed Term Parliaments Act in order to break that usual 5-year cycle that we get. So it's possible that this won't go through. It seems unlikely though. But now is not the time to be complacent. We need to inform ourselves as electors and make sure that the people that go and represent us in Parliament end up representing us. Whether you are a Brexiteer, whether you're a Ramona, a Romaniac like me, it's your job to, pull your finger out, be a bloody citizen, alright? We'll be talking about this on my podcast, The Right Dishonourable, where we try and create a place where we can discuss these kinds of political shit shows. And obviously, if you want to stay informed, subscribe here on my channel, because I'm going to be doing my best over the next few weeks to give you all of the information. Okay, I'm going to go back to screaming into pillows now. Subscribe here. There's an orb. Ooh, it's shiny. And watch another video. Maybe something here. YouTube thinks you'll like it. Ugh.